Hello everybody, welcome to the Brian Roberts Guitar Academy. In this video, I'm going to try my best to explain what a sharp and a flat is as far as the musical terms and what that means for guitar players. Sharps and flats. Okay, well, what is a sharp, what is a flat? So let me introduce a situation here on the guitar. If you've been studying your note positions and are familiar with the musical alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it just keeps repeating. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? If you understand these concepts, sharps and flats shouldn't be too difficult to understand. Okay? So, here's a scenario. If you're playing a C, and I ask you to play a D, that would be the next note. But if we look at a guitar, there's a fret that exists in between C and D, right there. Now, in the alphabet, there's not a letter that exists between C and D in alphabetical order. C, D. So, in music, what we have here is a distance called a whole tone. Okay? The distance in between is a semitone, just so you know. But in order for us to properly name or identify the note that exists in between both C and D, we have to give it a modifier. Okay? This modifier, or an accidental type, it's either called a sharp or a flat. A sharp is you're taking a pitch and you're raising it, making it more high pitch. Sharpening, sharpening. The way I think about it is, imagine the string is like a stick, and we're sharpening the stick, which means we're cutting it into smaller sizes. So if we look at the string, it's getting shorter and shorter. We're sharpening it, raising the pitch, and the pitch is rising, so we're sharpening it. Flattening it is we're taking the pitch and we're making it a lower pitch or lower frequency. So in guitar talk, we're just subtracting a fret. That makes it flat. So whatever this note is flattened is this, and whatever this note is flattened is this and this. I kind of think of like a blacksmith pounding on a piece of metal and stretching it out. So now the string becomes longer and longer, more and more low pitch. So that is the relationship between a sharp and a flat. So how do we use this information to play guitar? Well, if you've studied your note positions here on the E string and A string at the first, second, and third dots, you know that there's a G here, an A here, a B here, C, D, and E. So use the knowledge of what I just gave you to play these following notes. Okay? So if I were to ask you to play a C sharp, first you'd identify C, and then sharpen it. In this case, we move up a fret. C sharp. Okay? If I were to ask you to play an E flat, you'd identify E and flatten it. E flat. Okay? A sharp, identify A and sharpen it. G flat, identify G and flatten it. Okay? Here's a conundrum. If I were to ask you to play D flat, so D flat, D flat, and then if I were to ask you to play C sharp, it's the same thing. This is where the sharps and flats can be kind of confusing. G sharp is the same as A flat. So instead of bogging down my students by having them learn every single note name throughout the guitar, all you have to know is these first three dots on these two strings, because from a low E to an E, you have every note available to you, theoretically. All you have to do is modify it. An E flat, a D flat, D, D sharp, A flat, G, G flat, C, C flat. Technically a B, we'll get into that later. B sharp, technically a C. A sharp, E sharp, technically an F, so on and so forth. So here's the drill. Play me an A sharp. Play me a C sharp. Play me an E sharp. Happens to be an F. Play a G sharp. Play a D sharp. Okay, flats. Play me a C flat. Technically a B. Play me a B flat. Play me a D flat. Play a G flat. Now both of them combined. A C sharp, an A flat, a E sharp or an F, G flat, A flat, D sharp, B flat, E flat, C flat, D sharp, D, A, C sharp, B, G, A flat, C sharp, C flat, C, E, D, D sharp, G, A flat, A sharp, A, D, C, C sharp, C, D, D sharp, D flat, E, G, B, B flat, G, G flat, C, C sharp, D, B, A sharp, E. How'd we do? Did you do that alright? So there you go. Now you understand sharps and flats. Okay? So just remember in Guitar Talk, sharpening something is just to raise it a fret. Add +1. So a way to think about it is C sharp, C sharp sharp, C sharp sharp sharp, C sharp 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 sharp, so on and so forth. That's kind of what you want to think about. Good luck. So now you know the difference between a sharp and a flat and how it applies to the dot inlay. Okay, so now you know how to play a G sharp, an A flat, which happens to be the same thing, a D sharp, a D flat, an E flat, A sharp, G flat. Thanks again for watching. If you like this video and are interested in seeing more videos like this, be sure to subscribe.